I came down here and I had to make a speech, and I was really, really well prepared because I'd spent all day thinking about it, but it turned out to be my bloody 60th and I've forgotten the speech I was going to make anyway. I threw it away, I think. Actually, it's quite ironic I do have to speak because I have had a lot to do with the school teacher, and I've had a lot of laughs, and Laura, but when he first came out here for the job, when he first came out here, the first person he met when he came to Wh4nga was my wife, Blossom. That was the first person. And I was just standing on the side of the road, and he'd managed to drive past the school up to our shed on the main road and stopped, and Blossom walked out and he said, "Oh, do you know where the Marco school was?" Well, you just imagine the shit you would have got if I'd walked out there. And I'd known you're the new school teacher coming to be interviewed for a job, and you couldn't even find the friggin' school. You driven past it 100 metres. I would have had a field day. I would have been in my element there. But we've had a lot of laughs. He's wrecked a fair bit of my gear.
It was fucked anyway.
Some of it was getting old, but wrecking a chainsaw 3 times in one day, that's a record that a lot of people can't do. 2 wool presses. Probably we were coming back from Artuia on the motorbike one night, and he was pretty buggered. He'd been pressing, and he's learning to press, but he threw his heart and soul into it. Instead of waiting for a big arm load and going through all the bending over bullshit, just once, he was picking up it in little arm loads, and there was 6 shearers, and we had to go home that night, and he was sitting on the side of the bike, and he was buggered. And we're driving along, and he wasn't hanging on properly, and he just got flicked off, coming up from flicked off, and he'd landed on his hands and knees on the ground right beside the bike, and it looked like he was praying. And I stopped and I looked down at him. I said, "That bastard won't help you. He's never helped me one day in my life." But yeah, it's been good. I know we've talked about the school and all that sort of stuff. I know you're conscientious. You've thrown your heart and soul into the job. I know from your end of the year review, you got all your students up after a real destructive year, and all your students are up to where they were supposed to be, and I know you're really proud of that. So that's good. I know you'll do well down the South Island. The only thing that really bloody grates me, and that's with both of you, this is you too, Laura, is the Wild Food Festival. I've never got a prize in it. And you two buggers come along, and in your first year you take a major prize out each. That sucks. But we're not gonna dwell on that here tonight. You'll be missed. As far as we're concerned, you've got a lot in the wider community. You're hugely popular. I mean, you'll know that. And we've all told you that anyway, so in different ways when we're half cut. But you'll be missed in the district. We've been here 30 years. Blossom and I have been, and there's been a lot of teachers come and go. And apart from Gail and Mark Thompson, who are rated really highly, you're right up there with them. And the way that you were getting the wider community into the school, you got me into it. I mean, Jesus, we fenced off a hunk of bush and all that. I was enjoying it. I don't think that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for you and your enthusiasm. Shit, I'm not saying much about Laura. It sucks. It sucks that you're married in Wh4nga, conceived a kid in Wh4nga. I had nothing to do with it. At the moment, I don't know which one of you is pregnant. Supposed to be you.
$20 for the BJ.
It's a bloody pity that your baby's not going to be born in Wh4nga. It would have been really good. We'd have all been part of it. I could go on for quite a while. I could tell some funny stories, but I better not. It's just real off-putting watching black hairy legs sticking out of a black dress. Richard's going to say stuff about Laura because I know he rates her really, really highly. Yeah, I finished.